Good morning. It is opening day of deer season. Got my Celsius. It's about 5:10. I'm just getting packed up. I'm about to drive over to my spot. It's gonna be pretty hot today. I think like 50s, 60s, so not really sure what to expect. But hoping for a good day. So it's like 11 o'clock. I decided to give it a break for the morning. Saw one doe. I was facing like this way in my climber, and she must have snuck up behind me, and I didn't see her until she was literally 5 yards right to my right. And I must have jumped a little bit, and she looked right up at me. And I stood there for a second, kind of looking in my direction, and eventually she ran back to like 20, 30 yards-ish. And I was still like not moving, seeing what she was gonna do, if I was gonna have a chance to get my bow and draw back on her. And she eventually just like snorted and ran off, so that was sad. But other than that, that's the only deer I saw. It's like 60 degrees here, so super warm. I'm gonna give it a break here for the midday and go up to my parents' house and go in one of their backfields and hunt this evening. Yeah, that's about it. So it's just after 3 o'clock, and I'm actually hunting private land tonight. I'm at my parents' house, and I have a camera here facing this field. And I see does there every night. A couple bucks, but they're mostly at night. So I think I'm gonna set up right back in the woods and just kind of overlook the field, not too far back in there, and get a feel for where they're even coming from. I'm set up here on this field. So, right there, my camera's in that tree right there. So I've seen them in the evening be like right on this line where my dad mows. So I'm not sure which way they're coming from. I've seen one trail like right over there going back into the woods area. But just have to wait and see what happens. I just shot at one of those does, but it hit a branch. I heard it. So there were two good sized does. They just ran down over the hill down there. The neighbors are mowing or something, so I think that kicked them out. It definitely hit those branches. Dang it. Maybe they'll come back. Man, I'm so mad at myself. They came in right at that tree right there that split. I must have just misjudged the distance, and I didn't have time to range it because they literally sprinted from like over there in that corner the whole way across the field here. This is one of those moments where I just need to almost drop my bow. Where I just need to like slow down, and this usually happens to me in the first day. Just take my time, because they probably would have stuck around and walked just a little bit farther, and I would have still had a 30-yard shot. So it's like 6:40 right now, maybe about 40 more minutes. Assuming it'll probably stay pretty light here on this field, so maybe they'll come back. Those I haven't seen those two together, so I'm wondering if like the big group that I always see here It's like after 11. I just got home. It's been a really long day. I'm exhausted. I somehow got this like second wind of energy after whatever. I don't even know. I sound delusional at this point. But I'm gonna go to bed and I'll be back Monday. I heard it's supposed to be like also 75 degrees on Monday, so that is just fantastic. But I guess we'll see you on Monday. I was just about to call it morning here. It's about 11 o'clock, and those two does came out, and I was just sitting here on my phone, and then I happened to look to my right, and I freaking made eye contact with the bigger doe, and I was like, shit. So I just like freeze and wait for her to move. Didn't snort or anything, but then she turns around, and that little one's just standing there broadside, and I did not have it in me to shoot her. It's about 7 o'clock here, October 5th. I've been here for about an hour, but I saw something. I saw 4 deer driving in, and I almost hit one, so I feel like they're definitely moving this morning. It's a little bit chilly, 50s, but it's supposed to get up to like in the 70s, I think, today. So we'll see what the morning brings, and I'm gonna try to sit out most of the day. Last time I saw deer come through here at about 11 a.m., so at least gonna stay out till 11:30. So it's like 7:30. I just got back to the truck. Didn't really see anything. Tonight I saw 2 does. But also saw 2 people just prancing through the woods, screaming, talking, yelling at the top of their lungs. So irritating. I've never seen people walk through these trails during hunting season. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe one other time. I remember one, but I think that guy was hunting. So I just could not believe that people were back there. Like, I get it's public ground, but I've literally never seen people back here. And they did end up bumping a doe because I have a camera like 100 yards from where I was sitting, and I saw her flash across the camera and it looked like she was coming in my direction, but she never did. And then I saw one other doe after that, like back in the thick stuff. So nothing tonight. There's gonna be a cold snap this weekend though, so I think I can go out Saturday afternoon. I'm gonna change up my spot just a little bit and go into like the next clear cut over, because it seems to be where they're crossing. So like where I'm at, there's like a clearing, and then there's 2 like thicker sections, and it seems to be they come off the mountain and then either go to that thick section or that thick section. So they don't seem to be coming through where I'm sitting, which is where I've seen them in the past. So I don't know. I'm gonna switch it up because I've definitely noticed they're going that direction a lot more. So I'll be back out Saturday and we'll see what happens on Saturday.